True to your core is very important, and it's something that you should always keep in mind.
Absolutely, and since you just to add on what you just mentioned, I mean, to your core and to your values, that's pretty much, that also trickles down. That is also implementing your product, because your service line or even your product has instilled your culture and your values as well. It's pretty much your offering.
You were talking earlier on about the Twitter example and how CEOs or C-suites at startups should not be weary or about taking definitive decisions that are only in the best interest of the company. So this is an example, like what kind of culture do you want? Is it more empathetic? Is it more strict? Is it more growth-oriented? What kind of culture are you looking for? So before we take questions from the crowd, Tas, do you have any ideas or suggestions on where entrepreneurs can read or what sources they can go to for more information about this topic, scaling up?
Right. There's definitely a ton of books. I personally enjoy Malcolm Gladwell. There's, all of these different philosophies and whatnot. But what are you getting, out of books and of sort of that element? You're trying to get, information or knowledge, right? So my best, sorry, broke that for a second. My best sort of knowledge would be same experience. Get involved, have discussions, get in contact with clients. Always be evolving, always be, growing, but growing even personally on that element. And, those books would be one pillar, one theoretical pillar of knowledge. Then on, you've got, your own experience, which is, I figured out, for myself, and I'm still learning after like 21 years in the industry. I'm still learning. I'm still learning every day because the world is changing. And you're trying to figure out, all of us are trying to figure out what are those books that are going to be, still relevant with, the world today. So, just to answer the question, Malcolm Gladwell makes sense for me. And of course, my own experiences and trying to be relevant. Your thoughts?
So I like the book Crossing the Chasm, which helps startups exactly going from the early adopters to the scale-ups. And another book is The Titanic Effect, Why Most Startups Fail. And David Rose is a speaker at this event, and he has a book about taking your startup from 0 to 1. I think it's called How to Start a Startup. I'm not sure, to be honest. But you should also look it up. I read it. I forgot its title. But it's very helpful. And he was talking about it yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed it. Do we have any questions? Go for it, please.
My question is how to deal with fundraising so it doesn't collapse the startup, how to choose the best possible option.
You mean choosing the right type of investor?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I would go with the investor that obviously believes in your startup, right? That shares the same sort of culture and values, and of course, is a bit more strategic. Meaning, we have all been, under pressure to deliver results and whatnot. So the strategic element right there would be somebody that would give you the time to, mature, to penetrate the market.
Do your DD on your investor. Be picky with who you want. It's like choosing a co-founder. You don't want to be in business with someone you can't work with. It's hard but it's detrimental to the success of your startup. And like, depending on your stage, you need investors who handhold you more, or you need investors to take you into new markets. So figure out what you need, then do the DD, and then decide on who. Anyone else? Yeah. I'm gonna run around.
Okay. If I started my business with $2,000 or $3,000, how can I reach $1 million? And here the circumstances are different from the US. So I'd like to get your opinion.
Right. I think we definitely do need a lot more information on that. For instance, I mean, what's your business? How scalable are you? And I would, even without knowing a lot, I would think about the scalability of things.
Yeah, for sure. It's a $1 million question. But when you started with your early adopters. You have clients who are asking you for traditional services or products. How to get this client, or how to set up your business model. So how you do business in a way where this one can turn into 100 each is the trick. And you have to iterate with different business models. Like think of, okay, I'm going to try with the traditional business model. I'm going to disrupt the traditional business model by changing the way a payment is made, by changing the way a delivery is made. I'm going to flip it on its head. You have to play with the business model in a way for you to know, oh, this is what clients would actually pay for, and this is what would get me from 2 to 1 million. And I don't think it's very different. The difference between the US and Egypt is maybe it's easier to start, but the competition's there. Over here, you have a lot of talent. You have a lot of people who want to work and make a difference. You have this thirst. It's very good. You should use it.
That sounds like $1 million answer.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.